If I'm elected, you won't lose one plant. You'll have plants coming into this country. You're going to have jobs again. You won't lose one plant. I promise you that.
The $10 billion Foxconn investment in an LCD plant in Racine County that never arrived. That land remains mostly empty.
When my predecessor came to Racine with the promise of, quote, reclaiming our country's proud manufacturing legacy. In fact, he came here with your Senator, Ron Johnson, literally holding a golden shovel, promising to build the eighth wonder of the world. Are you kidding me?
So, Peter, this new AI Microsoft thing, $3 billion, big job creators, that's in Racine. Isn't that the same town that Foxconn said, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, we're going to build a big plant, and they never did?
Yes, and that was a huge Trump announcement back then, and he said that the factory was going to be the eighth wonder of the world, but then Foxconn decided to really scale back their plans, and the land is still available, so Microsoft is going in.
It's going to be good for those people.
All right. Thank you, Peter.
How does that song go again? Hello, darkness, my old what?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
They dug a hole with those golden shovels, and then they fell into it. Look, they didn't shovel other dirt. They did shovel some dirt. 100 homes were bulldozed. They wasted hundreds of millions of dollars of your state and local tax dollars to promise a project that never happened. Foxconn turned out to be just that, a con. Go figure.
Stop! He's already dead.
As Trump has read back the intricate details of his go-to moves in the courtroom, please God, don't let me picture it. The man currently occupying the job that he seeks is continuing to implement legislation that benefits the American people. Crazy what you can accomplish when you're not snoozing off in a courtroom, right?
83,500 total jobs left Wisconsin during my predecessor's term. But that's not on my watch. We're determined to turn it around. Thus far, since we've come to office, we've created, and with the governor's overwhelming leadership, we've created over 178,000 jobs in Wisconsin, and we're going to create more here in Racine, and big time.
But it's not just any groundbreaking investment that was announced today in Wisconsin. It is one that former President Trump failed to deliver on despite boasting about its potential. But akin to the night he promised Stormy Daniels, it fizzled out pretty quick. That's right, 6 years ago, then President Donald Trump hailed the, quote, eighth wonder of the world at a groundbreaking ceremony in Mount Pleasant, Wisconsin for a high-tech campus planned by technology manufacturer Foxconn. But the $10 billion project never came to fruition, and the sprawling factory that was promised was never built.
If I'm elected, you won't lose one plant. You'll have plants coming into this country. You're going to have jobs again. You won't lose one plant. I promise you that.
The $10 billion Foxconn investment in an LCD plant in Racine County that never arrived. That land remains mostly empty.
Those jobs have left Ohio. They're all coming back. They're all coming back.
A large American factory stopped production today after more than half a century. 1,600 workers at the General Motors plant in Lordstown, Ohio are affected by this.
It's hard to even fathom that I'm not going to be coming back tomorrow.
No more empty factories that sit there and rot.
Operations at GM's Warren transmission plant end today.
All the people that are left inside know this is their last shift here.
But today, President Biden headed to Wisconsin to tout his administration's role in jump-starting a $3.3 billion artificial intelligence data center by Microsoft that is expected to create more than 2,000 tech jobs, alongside a further 2,300 construction jobs.
The president is set to visit Wisconsin today to announce plans by Microsoft to invest $3.3 billion in a high-tech data center. The facility in Racine County will be built on the same land where Foxconn had once planned to construct a $10 billion factory. As the Journal points out, Jim, former President Trump once called that the eighth wonder of the world.
Right.
Didn't happen.
It's going to result in 2,300 union construction jobs just to build a new facility. And 2,000 permanent workers to work in the data centers. In addition, we're also providing a pipeline to train these new jobs. A pipeline that starts right here at this very spot. Microsoft is partnering with Gateway Technical Community College right here to train and certify 200 students a year to fill high-demand, good-paying jobs in data and IT at Microsoft's new AI data center here in Racine. But that's not all. In addition, Microsoft is continuing the pipeline, going to high schools in nearby Mount Pleasant to train high school students for jobs of the future. As the boss pointed out, it's going to create 100,000 jobs over time. It's all part of Microsoft's broad plan to build an artificial intelligence ecosystem right here in Racine. And it's going to be transformative. Not here, just here, but worldwide.
And the White House is highlighting this example because it demonstrates the differences between both. While one pays lip service to ideas and never really follows through, much like the manufacturing boom that Trump continuously downplays whenever he gets the opportunity at a rally or in a news conference, even when he's fact-checked, Biden continues to fulfill on those promises. And while one would come to expect news on this matter making headlines on MSNBC or CNN or even the New York Times, despite their best efforts not to, I was not expecting it to penetrate the propaganda news cycle on Fox News and their more extreme cousin, Newsmax. Specifically on Fox News, this definitely merits the slowest of slow zooms on Fox hosts' face as they're forced to acknowledge that this is a big win for the current administration.
So, Peter, this new AI Microsoft thing, $3 billion, big job creators, that's in Racine. Isn't that the same town that Foxconn said, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, we're going to build a big plant, and they never did?
Yes, and that was a huge Trump announcement back then, and he said that the factory was going to be the 8th wonder of the world, but then Foxconn decided to really scale back their plans, and the land is still available, so Microsoft is going in.
It's going to be good for those people.
All right.
All
Thank you, Peter. A few weeks ago, and remind them, I mean, he was in Wisconsin today at the site in 2018 where Trump planned for the Foxconn facility, which was going to bring a bunch of jobs to the area. Biden hosted his event today announcing a semiconductor or an AI facility with Microsoft there. So not an accident to hold it in the same spot where, you know, Trump failed to bring that to fruition. Is that what he's left with, to just troll Trump?
Biden will be speaking, though, about his economic policy and highlight Microsoft's decision to build this, a $3.3 billion data center in Wisconsin that is expected to create 2,000 jobs. So big news for Wisconsin. He has something in his hand to take to him, again, to potential voters there.
Now, am I naive enough to believe that it's just a coincidence that the Biden administration is going above and beyond to highlight this example of investment and chose to travel there for the groundbreaking construction ceremony, ensuring to highlight the heavy government subsidies on a plant that Trump promised would deliver more than 13,000 jobs but never did? No, of course not. But does it mean that this benefits the people of Wisconsin any less? Of course not.
I will say this. This administration has been enormously helpful. A project like this, it requires the bipartisan infrastructure bill that was passed, the chips that will be produced in America through the Chips and Science Act, the clean technology that will benefit from the Inflation Reduction Act, this administration's commitment to safe and secure AI and cybersecurity more broadly. So we're pleased with the work we've done at the national level, all the way to the state with Governor Evers, the local village and county of Racine. Everybody has to work together. At the end of the day, that's how you get things done, whether you're a business or anybody else.
Because as Biden touted on day one of his presidency, he is a president for everyone. In fact, as he mentioned on the SmartLess podcast, this administration has pumped more money into red states than blue states. It's not Biden's fault that Trump delivers nothing but lip service on countless issues that impact the everyday American. Just as he promised to be Mr. Manufacturer in regards to making sure that products are made in America, when in fact it is President Biden that has oversaw a massive manufacturing boom.
But Mr. President, your thoughts on the unionization that's happening down south, the interest that we're seeing in Tennessee with Volkswagen workers, it seems like it's catching on. It's not just a Detroit thing.
Well, it could be happening. I mean, it's going to be happening, but you got to be very careful about what's going to happen in 2 years from now when China wants to take all of the jobs, because frankly, then union or non-union, everybody's going to be hurt.
Just
Just a little bit of some information, some fact checking. According to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, our state, Michigan, actually gained 24,000 manufacturing jobs between January of 2021 and May of last year. That's actually tied for 7th in the country. And so this notion that the auto industry in Detroit is falling apart and that we need Mr. Trump's help may not be as on point as he would like or some of his supporters would like.
So as I'm sure the Biden administration have already said, sorry, not sorry.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.